From the Oklahomans Video Studio, I'm Helen Ford Wallace with Parties Extra, brought to you by our sponsor, Party Galaxy. With us today are James Pickle, Leslie Batchelor, and Jane Jenkins. They're going to tell us about the Dean A. McGee Awards Banquet coming up. Welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it is coming right up. You two are the chairman, co-chairman, I guess?
Yes, 2 weeks from yesterday,
So
May the 28th.
Give us a rundown on what's going to go on.
Well, it'll be next Thursday, the 28th.
Yes.
Beginning at 6 p.m. It'll be at the Skirvin in downtown Oklahoma City. We still have some tickets available. If you're interested, you can call DOKC at 235-3500. And we'd just love to see you at the event. And it is black tie, and we honor 3 special individuals.
So you all usually sell this out. I mean, it's usually...
We do.
Pretty much. So
do.
If you need tickets, get them now. That's what I have.
Correct.
Okay, tell us about the honorees.
This year we're honoring 3 people. When the award started, there was 1, and it was the Dean A. McGee Award. In 2002, we added 2 new awards, and that's the Stanley Draper Award and the Neil Horton Award. This year, Frank Hill, a prominent attorney in downtown Oklahoma City, will be our Dean McGee Award winner. He was very involved in relocating the Oklahoma City Museum of Art to downtown.
Yes.
He was extremely involved with the National Memorial after the bombing. And he was also involved in bringing the New Orleans Hornets basketball team to Oklahoma City after Hurricane Katrina. And with that experience, he also was involved in bringing the Thunder to Oklahoma City. So he's been very involved in downtown Oklahoma City.
Does he get this award right here?
That will be the medal that he will get.
This is just one of the things he will receive 2 weeks from Thursday, yes.
Okay, so who else?
The Stanley Draper Award, it is specifically for like a city employee or a volunteer or a nonprofit leader who has been involved in downtown. And this year we're honoring Mike Grady, who is the president and CEO of the YMCA. And as everybody knows, after the bombing in 1995, the downtown YMCA was destroyed. And with Mike's leadership, he has been involved in renovating the Oklahoman, your old home in the historic Oklahoman building. And they, of course, put their main downtown branch right there, as well as a child care center. And since then, he has also put a branch in Midtown and is currently putting a branch in this building.
It's in.
So
it's in and up and going.
Excellent, excellent. So Mike's very deserving as a leader of a nonprofit organization who has been very involved in downtown. And our final award is the Neil Horton Award. Many people probably don't remember Neil, but he was very involved in what is now Bricktown. And so with that award, we honor somebody who has basically helped an area of downtown Oklahoma City. And this year we're honoring Judy Hatfield.
Oh, good.
She was one of the first residents in the old Montgomery Ward building after it had been renovated into residences. And since that, she bought and has revitalized the old Metropolitan Downtown Library.
The Carnegie Building.
That is right, the Carnegie Center. Very deserving. We love all 3 of our honorees this year, very excited for them, and we think a lot of people will want to come and honor them with us.
Well, they are excellent choices for,
Thank you.
For downtown. Really.
We agree.
So do you have a committee that chooses them, or do you all choose them, or?
It's a little bit of a secret committee.
Secret committee working on it. Okay, that's perfect.
It's made up of previous honorees, and we have an ongoing list. And in fact, it's very hard to choose. There are so many people. The Dean McGee Awards is for a lifetime of achievement. The Neil Horton is for basically an individual or a group that might have revitalized an area. One year we honored St. Anthony Hospital as an organization for what they were doing in their area. And then the Stanley Draper it's very hard to pick because there are so many nonprofit leaders, volunteers, city employees working on downtown every day of the year.
Well, and you all have some very prominent honorees. I mean, you've had them through the years, since this day of, what, 1986?
Yes.
So that's awesome.
In '86, yeah, the named recipients, Dean A. McGee.
Good choice.
And over the years since then, you know, the award in his name has really gone to some great city leaders, you know, Kirk Humphreys and Jim Talbert, Larry Nichols. We have a real tradition of service to downtown Oklahoma City, and I think this awards dinner is one of the ways that we step back and recognize that it's a team effort, but led by some really outstanding individuals.
So besides the medallion, do they get something else?
Yes, they do.
What do they get?
What are we giving this year? Can we tell?
Well, they're really beautifully sculpted awards that are reminiscent of downtown architecture. For example, the Dean A. McGee Award is like a sculpture of the Crystal Bridge in the Marriott Gardens.
Great.
And then the Neil Horton Award has a brick kind of wall on it and architecture, and it's actually the heaviest of all the awards. You need help carrying it. So they're very substantial sculpture pieces that go home with each recipient as well.
So on the program, are you all the MCs?
Yes.
We are.
The two of you all. So do you have anything, do you have the awards, anything else on the program?
You'll have to come and see.
I will. That's good.
We're working on our song and dance routine.
That is right. That is right.
Okay, that will sell a lot of tickets, Leslie. Thank you.
Sorry. No, it's a fun evening. I particularly like it because it's probably the most prestigious award ceremony that really does honor a focus of Oklahoma City. This is all about downtown. The honors, the honorees, everything about it is downtown. I think you said something earlier about selling it out. We easily sell out this event. The event's just 2 weeks away. I would encourage anybody who hasn't committed to please do so quickly. Part of the reason is we want to keep the event downtown. So we're doing it at the Skirvin. We could go to larger venues, but they're not in downtown. This is all about downtown.
Perfect. So you have all of you all walked over here. So you have everybody's got offices downtown. Where are your offices?
Well, the offices for Downtown Oklahoma City Incorporated are in the North Tower of Leadership Square.
Okay. We're
on the second floor, the mezzanine level, right at the top of the escalator. So.
And you all have staff and.
We do, we do. We have 10 people on the staff. That includes me. And so we serve probably a larger geographical area than most people realize. It's Bricktown and Deep Deuce, Automobile Alley, Film Row, Midtown, even the Boathouse District, Court Ashore, and the Medical OU Health Center is within the boundaries of downtown Oklahoma City. So we have quite a large area to cover.
Well, so Jane, this is one of your big fundraisers, but you also have another one. So tell us about that.
We do. We also produce Downtown in December. That's our signature event. And most of the Downtown in December revenue comes from sponsorships, corporate sponsorships, and people that support the efforts of what we're trying to do with DOKC. Usually Downtown in December is anywhere between 20 and 25 events or attractions, most of which are free to the public during December, between the time of Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. We'll have free canal boat rides during the month. There will be ice skating at the Marriott Gardens, although that will be an extra charge. There's usually a couple of free movies at Harkins where we feature family holiday favorites. We'll have a tree lighting, the Santa run. There's just a lot of things and reasons to come downtown to celebrate the holidays and build traditions. Probably one of the most popular is Saturdays with Santa, which is at the Devon Tower and the Devon Rotunda, which is every Saturday between Thanksgiving and Christmas with a different holiday theme for children and families every Saturday.
And so you all are working on this now?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You've already,
Oh, yes. We started in January.
And we didn't talk about sponsors. Do you all have sponsors?
We do indeed.
We
They're
do.
key for this event.
For the banquet. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Through sales of tables and ticket purchases. And there's substantial alignment between those and the supporters of Downtown in December.
Right.
So those are some of the
So everybody
anchor
kind of
institutions.
gets together and supports you.
Yeah, I think it proves the point that though downtown is a focused part of town, it really belongs to everyone, and the corporate sponsors recognize that, and the events in December give everyone a chance to really come take claim of their own downtown.
So do you all have a website?
DowntownOKC.com is our website, and just to add what Leslie said, while a lot of the proceeds from Downtown in December kind of support our operating fund, we have other sources of funding through the Business Improvement District. I wanted to comment that the Dean A. McGee Awards all goes to our Downtown Oklahoma City initiatives, and that's our 501c3, and right now we have a focus on providing public art in downtown, and we just finished awarding 4 artist grants. So we'll see some new public art popping up downtown in the next 4 to 6 months. Well, the one that I know that's going to be probably the most visible is a mural that's going to go on the underpass, the railroad underpass on Reno, between the Chesapeake Arena and Bricktown. And it's going to be painted by local artist Jason Pauley, and it's just going to be magnificent and will really transform a space, you know, with something like that. We also just recently funded partially a mural on 9th Street called The Braid on a derelict building. You have to be driving east on 9th Street to see it, but it was a collaboration of 3 artists. The building owner wanted to see an artist collaboration, and they collaborated to do 3 linear types of artworks that are entwined together as a braid, all painted on a mural. It's really fantastic, and we know that art really makes the place, and that Oklahoma City has a real commitment to arts and culture, and we're trying to further that commitment.
Awesome. Okay. Well, anything else you all want to say about the banquet?
It'll be a lot of fun, and you won't want to miss it.
No. So do you? Okay. So we've got our honorees. You told me you weren't going to tell me too much more about it, but do we have auctions? Do we have no auctions? We're just going to come and honor our friends.
I think what Pickle said about that is this is really a focus on the people that make downtown a special place. And that's what we try to focus on, not just our honorees, but our past honorees, our upcoming leaders, and shining stars that are there. And what I think is such a wonderful focus of this is we also honor the namesakes, the award namesakes. And there's always information and a video that we update every few years about Dean A. McGee, Stanley Draper, and Neil Horton, so people understand the spirit of those previous leaders of downtown and why we do what we do.
And we have streets. We have some streets named after them.
That's right.
I mean, so they are, I mean, they're real people, real wonderful people. Okay, anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good job, you all. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for telling us about our upcoming event. And thanks for all your contributions to Oklahoma City.